to Pillar Sports, and today we are talking about 5 things that we learned in that 8-goal thriller that we watched against Bournemouth yesterday. It was truly remarkable. That was one game that will stand the test of time. My children will talk about this game because I will definitely show them when I definitely have them, because I don't have it right now. However, that particular game, you guys wanted entertainment, right? You guys said, oh, Ruben Amorim is not entertaining. Paul Scholes, you said you wanted entertainment, that this is what Manchester United is about, that this is what the manager does not know anything about. So first things first, we need to understand that he looked at the team today, and when we were 3-2 down, he made a change, and that change, he even changed the system. But we are not speaking about the system today because it will be shocking. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, oh, Ruben Amorim doesn't adapt to his circumstances. Ruben changed today, playing almost a 4-4-2 or even a 4-3-3 if you like to think, the moment he brought on Kobe Mainoo. And the moment he did that, we were able to score for 2 other goals in that particular time. But the key part about it was we also conceded too many times for my liking. They had opportunities upon opportunities upon opportunities. So even if we are going to play the 4-4-2 or the 4-3-3, we still have a lot of work to do defensively. And talking about that, that is what is going to bring us into this particular one right now. And as we go on, start 5 things that we learned watching Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Let's go. So first things first, United cannot control games without the ball. This game reinforced a growing issue that we all know right now. United's midfield offers no protection once possession is lost. It offers no protection whatsoever. The distances between the lines were absolutely humongous. The distances between the attacking phase, the attacking 5 to the defensive 5 was crazy huge. The second balls were lost too easily, and Bournemouth ran through the central areas far too often. This isn't just personnel, it's also structural. And that right there is where things absolutely needs to be looked at. We need to look at it. The key part about this situation is not just about the structure of it, it's also about the personnel. In fact, to me personally, it is mostly about the personnel, because you have to look at it, especially that third goal. That third goal was so freaking annoying to me, because the moment they got the transition going and we had to do transitional defense, the legs in our midfield just could not catch up with it. Bruno Fernandes was, of course, up the pitch. He was in the other 18-yard box, trying to run all the way to get back into position. And then you see the likes of Casemiro. The moment he got spun, there was no coming back from there. He was rinsed. And the only thing that he could have done in that particular time is what he did. Now, the funny thing about that situation is that if every other person did his job, Casemiro would have been bailed out in that situation. And so to me, it was a professional foul that just gave up a goal from a beautiful strike from Tavernier. And that's not Casemiro's fault whatsoever. So we definitely need to bring in a personnel that would be able to catch up and mop up things like that. Bring in the likes of Carlos Baleba. I'm going to continue breaking the table and hitting my hand on the table about Carlos Baleba coming to Manchester United. I truly believe that he is the right man. If we are going to be playing this system where we want Bruno Fernandes to move forward a little bit, we want Kobe Mainoo to have the freedom to move forward, we need to bring in somebody that has the engine of Carlos Baleba. And if we do that, we will see a final form of this Ruben Amorim system. And I'm telling you, it is going to be brilliant. Number 2, in 5 things that we learned against Bournemouth, Amorim's subs changed the game, but not the problem. It changed the game. No doubt about it. Credit where credit is due. Ruben Amorim's substitutions injected an urgency and an attacking intent. United responded very, very well in a timely fashion, especially going in behind in the fashion that they did. But bigger concerns remained. Why are United constantly needing to respond in the first place? That is my question. And that is the question that I hope I'm going to be getting answers to in the summertime, in January. Because what we need to do is that we need athletes in this system. Not just athletes, we need people that are also very, very intelligent in what we want to do in the system. The key part about Mason Mount's game in this system and why Ruben Amorim loves Mason Mount so much is because of his intelligence and his IQ for the game and for the system. His understanding of where to be, what to do, and what to say to other people in order for them to get into position. And you could see how disjointed our press got the moment they took Mason Mount out of the game. And so we need to focus on this. We need to look into the data. We need to focus and find a way that we can make sure that this squad is built from the ground up with intelligent players that their IQ are rivaling the likes of Mason Mount, that they understand that they are coaches and generals on the pitch and don't need Ruben Amorim to stand on this touchline the entire game. Ruben can actually go and sit down the way Sir Alex used to go and sit down up the terrace in that sense. That is what we need to get to. And when we get that situation, then we stop putting ourselves into bad positions. And of course, another key thing that I need to say in this situation is after scoring the third goal and going up 4 goals to 3, it has to do with calma, reduce the tempo, control the beam of the game, control the movement of the game, control the movement of the ball, slow things down, literally make them work to even sniff the ball. And when we start doing that, we can start closing out games as easy as possible. Now that's the number 2. Number 3 of 5 things that we learned against Bournemouth is attacking quality is carrying the personnel weaknesses that we have. The truth about it is that our attack this season is second only to Manchester City. I know, it's crazy. We are 6th place, but we have scored 30 goals this season, and Manchester City has scored 38. And of course, Manchester City has that alien in front of their goal, who is Erling Haaland. And we have not even gotten the dominant Benjamin Šeško yet. It has been injury or coming in late and trying to get into the rhythm of the team for Benjamin Šeško. But the introduction of Bryan Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, Ahmad in that position, and even Bruno Fernandes leading from the back line is literally showing us that we can score goals. And it's absolutely crucial that we did. And one of the key parts about this situation is that Bruno's free kick, Ahmad's brilliant individual moments dragged United back into this game. That's a blessing that we have it. But it's also a warning. Because right now, moments are masking lack of control and not solving it. And that right there is where the problem lies. That right there is the reason why they brought Ruben brought Kobbie Mainoo. But in his presence, yes, Man United went up in terms of possession about 5 clicks from 50 to 56% in possession. And so that is good news that Kobbie Mainoo can actually impact the possession, impact us in keeping the ball. However, we need to do that more. The entire team needs to understand that we need to control the game when we are winning, when we score, and they're trying to get back on us as quick as possible, especially coming out of the second half. We need to have hold of the ball and not let the ball run with us, not us pursuing the ball every single time. We do not have the ability to come out in the second half with us looking at, oh my God, we have just let in 2 goals. We have seen the same thing with Brighton Hove Albion. We have seen the same thing with Tottenham Hotspur. And we have seen the same thing now with Bournemouth. And we need to do better. We definitely need to do better in that situation. Now, the 4th thing of 5 things that we learned versus Bournemouth is Amad Diallo is undroppable. This dude is one of the best players that we have in this entire team. He is one of the best signings that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer actually had in his team. I think it might be Jose Mourinho or Ole that brought him in, but oh my goodness, is he unstoppable. Ahmad wasn't just productive, he was relentless today. Relentless creativity, decision making, ball retention, work rate, all of those things were present in Amad Diallo's game today. And it's truly remarkable that we have to say it. He wasn't a flashy cameo in this situation. It was a statement, a man of the match kind of moment. If Bruno Fernandes did not have the production to back his game, he wouldn't have won man of the match. Ahmad deserved everything. From the first half, it was because of Ahmad that Adoni Raiola changed his entire system today. Because of that tiny man running on the right-hand side of the team. We are going to miss him going on AFCON. It is going to be a hard watch for us to see in that right-hand side with Ahmad not in the team. Now, we might see a creativity of Lacey. We might see some, Mandato, coming from the academy. This is also somebody that is quite similar to Ahmad, but he has never played a Premier League minute. And so, bringing in Benito Mandato into the team might be problematic. Now, I might be butchering his name, but we all know who I'm talking about. A very good, talented winger that has played the wing-back position for the academy and has the ability and the creativity plus the honest running start to prove that he can do it for Manchester United. So we'll see if Ruben Amorim goes to the academy in order for us to find a solution for the absence of Mazraoui, Ahmad, and Bryan Mbeumo. Now, the fifth thing that we learnt, last but definitely not the least, Manchester United have a Champions League level attack. But the key word in this situation, or the key part of this phrase, is that we do not have a Champions League level control in the midfield. This match summed it up for us. Manchester United can dominate, attacking-wise, anybody in the world football. Enough quality to score 4. Not enough structure to win the game, though. If this team is coached properly, I believe, and new personnel comes into this team, I truly believe Champions League football is achievable. But without defensive balance and midfield stability, these kinds of games will keep on happening. We saw this kind of game with Erik ten Hag, and we are seeing it again with Ruben Amorim. The key part about this situation is that the amount and the quality of Champions League teams will blow us out of the park because, yes, our attacking side can dominate games, but our defense would absolutely let them sack us in this situation. Because let's say we score 4 against Bayern. Bayern that has Olise, Kane, Diaz, Gnabry, Musiala, all almost world-class players. They will be putting 6 past us. 6. Even though we scored 4, they will put in 6. And that is 0 points, even with the 4 goals that we scored. So we have a lot of work, and it has to start in January. It has to start in January. Ruben Amorim spent literally a week today talking about Anton Semenyo. And in my mind, Anton Semenyo is definitely somebody that we can bring on that left-hand side to play the role of Amad Diallo and actually dominate in that role. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that follow button, and hit the subscribe button, telling YouTube that you love what we do here on Pillar Sports. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.